Had a very wonderful day. It was productive. It was profitable. We found out who's got our money and had one of the most coolest things ever. Okay. Y'all know I got a buddy of mine, Motley. He's got like 200,000 subscribers. Lives around the corner from me and everything like that. We hang out a couple times a week and stuff. And I've had people in public around town say, hey, man, I've seen you on YouTube and stuff like that. And then I've had people, you know, at the dump and everything say, hey, man, I recognize you off your channel and everything like that. But I had a guy, okay? I'm in the left turn lane, all right, on Beulah Road, about to get on the Mobile Highway. This guy in a big dump truck comes by. He's in the right-hand lane making a right-hand turn, so he's going to go past me, all right? So, man, when he turns in, he's looking at me and he's getting real close to my truck. And I'm like, did I not give him enough room and everything? So I like look out the rearview mirror. Man, there's plenty of room, white line in my truck and everything like that. Guy gets right up the side of my truck and he motions for me to roll the window down. I thought for sure he's fixing to cuss me up and down and everything. Man, get that thing out of the way so I can get my truck through here and everything like that. So I roll down the window. This guy looks down at me. And I'm looking up at him, and he looks at me and he says, who's got my money? How you doing, Robert? Coolest thing ever, you know? And whoever you are, I appreciate it, man. You made my week. Thank you very much. That was awesome. And then he drove on. I don't know who he was. I didn't recognize him. He had on some, you know, sunglasses and stuff like that. So, you know, just a really cool thing. Thought I'd share that. And, you know, I've had a couple people that have sent me emails about, you know, hey, I bought my dump trailer. I got started. And then I got that guy, John, that, you know, he bought one here in town. He's on his second one. And he helps me out. And I help him out and everything like that. So, you know, it's a great side hustle, you know. And there's money to be made if you want to do this full time. There's great money to be made if you want to do it part time. You know, it's all up to the individual and everything like that. So, I got my hand in so many other pies and everything like that. Maybe I'll do it full time. I don't know yet, but you know, as of right now, it's very lucrative for, you know, putting in 15 to 30 hours a week and everything. I do well with it. So I'm very thankful. Thank you, God, for all the blessings and everything like that. And this is how the day went. Take a look. Okay, yesterday we had a customer call. He's a repeat customer. Been one time before. No problems with the way they did their load, no problems with payment, anything of that nature. So we dropped the trailer off and let's see exactly what we're looking at. Okay, I've already put my coupler on and he told me he didn't load it to where it's up over the top. He was correct on that. Everything looks good. Bunch of miscellaneous trash in there. And we're about to head to the dump. I quoted him $150 to drop the trailer plus whatever the dump fee is, and so we'll go to the dump and then get in touch with him on payment. Here's the thing. You can't always do that with people. You got to make sure as far as the type of person that you're dealing with. You know, this person, and I'm not saying being a Christian makes anybody honest, because the first one, you know, when I rent houses and somebody says, oh, well, I'm a Christian, I'm like, oh, Lord, here we go again. You know, no, tell me you're a Satanist, but you're a person of your word. You know, I'm more likely to rent to you. You know, it's kind of like that thing when somebody says, well, let me be real honest with you. I always say, well, when were you real dishonest with me, huh? And so, it's just a little bit redneckism that I got in me. Probably smart ass, more like it, but you know, the thing is that having to do with your customers, and like one of my roofing customers, you know, he's called me and told me, he said, man, there's going to be an overage. You know, we had to tear off 2 layers of shingles, or we replaced a lot of decking that wasn't accounted for. And so, you know, they got your best interest at heart, and so you need to keep those type of relationships. Like with this guy right here, you know, if he tries to jack me around, it's going to be real. You know, I will say this, he's a contractor in the business. He does stucco repair work. And, you know, the thing is that more than likely, if I try to jack him around, he'll never call me again. He's probably going to pay me, smile, and say thank you, and I'll never hear from him again. And that's no good. We like repeat customers. We like repeat business. We like referrals. Those are the 3 R's. I kind of want to talk to y'all a little bit about this load right here. You know, there's a couple ways to do it. I got a video out on how to do shingles and how I figure out shingles and the math through it and everything like that. And I'm a believer, and everything goes back in as best as I can biblical, and don't ask me for no scriptures, because better living through modern chemistry, my brain is fried. I'm lucky if I remember what I did yesterday, okay? So, but here's the thing is that old saying about, if you will give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. I'm going to tell you what goes through my brain when I evaluate a load and how much to charge on it, okay? And the thing about it is that I have to look at time, how long my piece of equipment's going to be out of my possession, and if I'm going to have to exert any force myself, i.e. load the trailer, okay? Normally, you know, 98% of them are like this. I pull up, I put the tarp, put the coupler on, I hook, and I'm gone, okay? But I look at the hour that it takes me to drop the trailer, the hour to pick it up, and, you know, when you're hauling shingles will put a lot more wear and tear on a trailer than general, like a cleanup at a rental property like this trailer was. And so, you know, I take all of those things into consideration. I'm not going to charge this guy the same fee for putting my trailer on location, you know, when somebody's tearing off a roof and filling it up, okay? And I am sorry for the video performance. I never claimed to be an editor. If you need something perfect, you can go on down the road and everything, but I'm just going to give it to you redneck straight. That's how we do it here, all right? But the thing is I see people all the time saying, oh, well, what would you charge for this? What would you charge for that? And quite frankly, folks, if you're not willing to make a decision on your own, you need to get out of business, okay? You need to go to work for somebody else. Let me say that again. If you're not going to make a decision yourself, you need to go to work for somebody else, because when somebody else is telling you what to do, then you're never going to have to be responsible nor accountable, okay? And somebody else about, you know, how much should I charge for this? That's exactly what you're trying to do. Now, if you ask somebody, this is what I think this load is worth, $300, help me to figure out if I'm being accurate. Tell me how you do things, a whole different ballgame, because now you're asking for a thought process. You're not asking for an answer, okay? Huge difference, all right? And the thing about it is that when you figure out how to start doing these loads, and guess what? You're gonna lose money, all right? And if you don't want to lose money, you need to go to work for somebody else. Get out of the business, okay? You're gonna lose money, and it's gonna happen more than once. And it will probably continue to happen, okay? You look at Josh Roman, Jesse Mims, all the rest of the guys that are in the dump trailer hustle and doing all that kind of stuff and everything like that. Ask them if they have ever lost money on a load, all right? And if they tell you no, liars, okay? And you can tell them I said that too, all right? Here's the thing. You have got to be willing to take a risk, okay? Buying a dump trailer is risky. There's nothing that says you're going to make money. The chances you parking it in your yard, if you're not on a heavily traveled road and somebody knocking on your door and saying, I want to put you to work, probably ain't going to happen, all right? The trying to get through and convey to you is you learn how to think, okay? And once you start doing that, you're going to start to recognize other opportunities in different areas all around your town. And I don't know what it's going to be, man. It might be that, you know, because you see this kid's softball tournament, that you think a hot dog stand on that corner on these days is going to be great. There's somebody here in town that makes about $2 grand a week selling hot dogs in a very busy area that has no restaurants. Boom, how now? Okay. Yeah, it really sucked making $400 a day selling. You know, you want pickles and relish and onion with that? How about a Coke? Boom, there you have it. And they're only working about 5 hours a day. All right. Yeah, you do the math on that. What's that, 200 bucks an hour? I don't know, but y'all, I got my boots on, so I can't do the big math today. But here's the thing, you know, you got to ask yourself, what is my time worth? What's the wear on my equipment? You know, personally, I'm taking my trailers every 90 days, getting the bearings done on them and getting my mechanic Phil over at Mayhem Motorsports to take a look at it and go all over it. He greases everything, checks the hydraulic fluid, checks battery, da-da-da-da, does all of that kind of stuff, okay? Because for me, trailers are an investment, okay? This is how I make my living, all right? Well, you know, if you got a house, chances are you're going to have homeowners insurance on it. You know, you want to protect your investment, okay? So the thing about it is you know, talk with other people, find out, you know, hey, what do the big boys charge for a 30 or 40 yard container load? You know, like earlier today, a guy called me and said, hey man, I got some stuff I need you to pick up. He sent me some pictures, and I'll do a video about it as well. And I said, man, I'll pick all that stuff. I'll drop the trailer in 12 hours. Bird meat, you load it up, dump fee, $225. Man, I sure appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Well, there's some more to that as well, is that trailer's not going to be full. And I know some other people that got some stuff that, in what I call freelancing, is when you pick up less than a trailer load. All right, that's semi-talk, LTL, less than a trailer load. You can sit there and you can build a trailer in one day, get that thing almost to $1,000 in fees just for coming by and picking that stuff up, okay? Again, that opportunity, you give the man a fish, he's going to eat that day, all right? But he's going to be hungry the second day. But if I teach you how to fish, you can fish for the rest of your life, all right? And then you can go different places and fish as well, because you start to learn, you know, hey, fish respond to this, fish respond to that and everything. You know, it's generally speaking, fish like bright, shiny objects. I don't care where you're at in the world. You know, whether they're a big mouth bass, you know, nobody virtually ever bites on a gray lure, but gets something out there nice and greens and pinks and yellows and everything. Yeah, they like that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm trying to convey to you folks, is learn how to think. Just question. Go out there and look at that load and say, okay, well, how is it that, you know, because you're always going to remember the loads that you lost money on, okay? Well, let's flip the script. Ask yourself, how did I make money on that load? How did I make money on this load? How did I make money? And then remember those things. You know, did you know exactly how much it weighed? Did you have it to where, you know, there was a fee for the trailer, and then the dump fees is what you would charge them after you did it? Whatever it is, but repeat the winning combination. You know, it's like somebody told me years ago, said, man, if you want to be filthy rich, just do what Sam Walton did. You know, you don't have it, and you don't have to do anything different. He already showed you exactly what to do. You know, it's your choice or my choice if we do those things, okay? The writing's on the wall, all right? You're gonna have to learn how to think. If you're always asking for somebody else, you're gonna be so far behind the curve, and it's just never, for lack of a better, take hold, okay? And you know, I've talked about that concrete guy that I know, that I think he's borderline retarded, okay? You know, he can function and he can cook, he can live on his own, he can drive a car and all that kind of stuff. But he's not sharp enough to know that he can fail. And what a gift that would be for those of us that are smarty pants. Because those voices always tell us, oh, don't do that, don't load, you're gonna lose money, go ask somebody else, or do this or do that, or, you know, no, don't buy a dump trailer, it only works with Robert. You know, you know, I could do that in my area, but it's not gonna be like that. My area is different. You know, he doesn't know what I go through. You know, your voice will tell you, those voices will tell you all of those things. You're too big, too black, too fat, too, you know, whatever it is, too short, I don't care. Those voices will talk to you. You need to learn not to listen to them and think for yourself. Have yourself a very wonderful day. And remember, who's got your money? Looky here. There is no wait and only one person trying to get out. This is incredible. This is a first. You better mark this down in your calendar. I better find out what numbers to go play in the lottery or something. But yes, sir, that's what I'm talking about.